Hi everyone, this is Abrar. Welcome to Abrar Knowledge channel. Today's topic is on the crazy stories behind world most interesting fact. That's the outline about that book, and this is I'm going to unfold this one on behalf of Asim. The name of the book is the Knowledge Encyclopedia, and as I said, the theme of the book is the crazy stories behind the world most interesting facts by Bill Noel. Very nice book, and it gives a wonderful thought provoking and stories and facts. The author quotes about this book will take you to the roller coaster ride from the ridiculous to the laughable one and to the simply interesting and thought provoking one. This is indeed a thought provoking one. There are three things we're going to talk about today. One is curious case of the prime minister. That's one. Presidential similarities. What the presidents had got the similarities and named the baby. First one is the curious case of the prime minister. Howard Hall was serving as a prime minister of Australia when he suddenly disappeared in 1967 December. Holt had been the prime minister for just over a year and a half uh, before his disappearance. He was swimming at the Chewett beach. Due to the rough seas, presumed to have drowned. Some of their own theories on their disappearance, but it had been deemed to be an accident. The body had not been recovered. So the first one we talked about the Australia prime minister who served 1.5 year, and suddenly he got drowned in the beach, and due to maybe the one of the possible causes due to the rough seas, and the body had not recovered. That's the first one. The second thing is presidential similarities. All former presidents of United States are bound together for life. For example, but the similarity of between two president go beyond what is normal. Have you heard about Lincoln and Kennedy paradox? For a starter, both Lincoln and Kennedy had previously been board captains. Both were have the same role. Were also the second children in their family. Both presidents were elected in the year 60s. Abraham Lincoln in 1960s and John is 1960. 100 years different. They each had three children living with them in the White House and had one child passed away during their presidency. So both the presidents had the same similarities. But that just the beginning. Look at this few more. President Lincoln had a secretary with the last name called Kennedy, while the President Kennedy had a secretary with the last name Lincoln. Once upon once upon their death, they were succeeded by vice president. The vice president took over the role of president with the last name Johnson, Andrew Johnson and Lyndon Johnson. And then few more things. Both John Wilkes Booth and Lee Harvey, the president assassins, have 15 letter in their name. Both shot President Lincoln in theater, both been shotted, and they fled to the warehouse. While Oswald shot President Kennedy from a warehouse, then fled to a theater. These similarity are there, right? So seem as though Lincoln and Kennedy were twin born in century apart, meaning like it talks about 1860 and 1960. The last one, name the baby. This is very interesting. While America doesn't have any set guidelines to have what you can and what you cannot on your name, and other countries have their much stricter stipulations. Sweden has an official law called naming law put into the effect in 1982 that limits what parents can name their child. It originally served the purpose of preventing non-royal from giving their children noble names, but it is now keep families from choosing first name that are offensive. Names that have been rejected include Ikea Elvis. Among the countries with the Harvard's guidelines, in Denmark, the country has the least of 7,000 pre-approved names to prevent the parents from giving their children weird names. If you want to give, if you wanted to give a name, your baby a name that is not in the list, you must get a approval, a special approval from the government and the local church. More than that, unique spelling of common names are usually rejected. Last name cannot be used as a first name. So these are all the one which for Denmark. And then it goes. Germany ruler are a bit different, slightly different, focusing more on gender. You must be able to discern the child gender based on their names. They can't have the name negative impact their well-being. The local area in which the parents live as office that decide if name are approved or rejected. Names like Maximilian, Nimu have been approved for boys, while Mati was rejected as the office claimed it was not the name distinguished gender. In America, most people may find weird that celebrities select their baby name like Apple, Reverse, and Apollo, Titan, but they all have the right to do because it's open. It's all left with the parents. Several states do have the laws in regards to baby names, such as California banning the use of the accent marks on the birth certificate, such as this is a Massachusetts limiting the number of character in a person name. What you who would have been thought that the baby name would cause such problems? So that's the one I wanted to talk about. The last one I talked about the baby. The second one I talked about president. The similarities in 1860s and 1960s. The first one I talked about the prime minister of Australia who got drowned and all that. So please, I hope this is very interesting to you, and please do like, share, and subscribe. And thank you so much, Asim, for giving this wonderful material. Thank you so much. Have a nice day ahead.